Experienced international divorce lawyer Juan Luciano, divorce lawyer.
Divorce can be one of life's most challenging experiences, and when it spans across international borders, the complexity intensifies. Legal systems differ from country to country, and an international divorce requires careful navigation through these varying laws to protect your interests and those of your family. At the law office of Juan Luciano, our skilled international divorce lawyers provide clear, comprehensive legal support to help you manage the process effectively.
What is international divorce?
International divorce law refers to the legal practices and processes that apply when a couple from different countries decides to dissolve their marriage, or when a couple resides in a different country from where they were married. It encompasses a range of legal issues that arise due to the cross-border element of the marital relationship, including jurisdiction, recognition of divorce decrees, division of assets, custody of children, and spousal support.
Common grounds for divorce in international law.
While New York offers both no-fault and fault-based grounds for divorce, other countries may have different requirements for dissolving a marriage. Here's a list of some common fault-based reasons that can be used as grounds for divorce.
Please keep in mind that not all jurisdictions may recognize all grounds.
1. Adultery occurs when one spouse has a sexual relationship outside the marriage.
2. Desertion.
Desertion happens when one spouse willfully abandons the other for a continuous period, typically specified by law, without the agreement of the other spouse and without a reasonable cause.
3. Cruelty, which can be physical or mental, involves one spouse subjecting the other to behavior that makes living together unbearable. 4.
Habitual drunkenness or substance abuse. Regular and excessive use of alcohol or drugs that leads to the breakdown of the marriage can be a fault ground for divorce in many jurisdictions.
5. Imprisonment.
In some places, if one spouse is sentenced to a certain number of years in prison, the other spouse may have grounds to file for divorce. 6. Insanity or mental illness. Certain jurisdictions allow for divorce if one spouse is legally declared insane or suffers from a serious mental illness for a specified period, and if there is little to no hope of recovery. 7.
Domestic violence.
Physical abuse or domestic violence by one spouse against the other or against the children in the family can be grounds for a fault-based divorce. Jurisdictional challenges arise when each party to the divorce lives in different countries or when they share assets or children across borders. To file for divorce in a particular country, two major criteria must be satisfied. It is important to strategize and consider the factors that can affect your divorce case when choosing the jurisdiction.
These factors include:
1. The recognition of any prenuptial or postnuptial agreements you may have in place.
2.
The extent of financial disclosure demanded by each jurisdiction.
3. The legal grounds for divorce that are accepted in each country. 4. The location and nature of your assets. 5. The logistical aspects of pursuing a divorce in each country, such as residency requirements.
6. The expected duration of the divorce proceedings. 7. The feasibility of implementing and enforcing court orders in each jurisdiction.
8.
The anticipated costs, including legal fees, associated with the divorce process.
9. The guidelines and practices for awarding spousal and child support. 10.
The approach each country takes to resolve disputes over where the divorce should be filed.
11. The standards for awarding custody and what outcomes you might anticipate. 12.
The procedures for dividing assets and the potential results of such divisions.
Legal representation for international divorce.
When selecting a lawyer for international divorce, it's essential to choose someone with a deep understanding of both local law and international family law, including experience with cross-border jurisdiction, international asset division, and multinational child custody.
Financial implications of international divorce.
Division of international assets and property. The Hague Conference on Private International Law offers a framework for member countries, over 80 strong, to manage international legal processes, including aspects of international divorce. Under the provisions of the Hague Conference, couples going through an international divorce have the option to choose which country's laws will govern the division of their assets.
The selection can be based on:
1.
The nationality of either spouse. 2. The habitual residence, primary residence, of either spouse.
3. The new habitual residence of one spouse, if recently established.
Understanding international prenuptial agreements. These agreements may be subject to different legal standards abroad, and their enforceability can vary depending on the jurisdiction.
Enforcing child support and alimony across borders. One of the most challenging aspects of an international divorce is the enforcement of child support and alimony orders across international borders. Different countries have varying levels of cooperation and legal mechanisms for enforcement.
Child custody and international divorce.
When negotiating these arrangements, the focus should be on creating a stable environment for the child, taking into account their educational needs, access to family, and overall well-being. Custody agreements should be detailed and include provisions for visitation, communication, and the logistics of international travel. The Hague Convention on International Child Abduction is a treaty that seeks to protect children from international abduction by a parent or guardian. International divorce lawyers must be familiar with the convention's provisions, as it provides a legal framework for securing the prompt return of a child to their country of habitual residence. If a child has been wrongfully removed or retained across international borders, the left-behind parent can seek remedy under the Hague Convention, provided both countries involved are signatories. Child custody issues add a layer of complexity that requires not just legal knowledge, but a sensitive and informed approach.
International divorce mediation and settlement. Mediation offers a beneficial alternative to litigation for international divorce cases, providing a private, less formal, and often less expensive resolution method. Key advantages of mediation include confidentiality, speed, cost-effectiveness, and the capacity for creative, flexible solutions that respect the legal and personal circumstances of both parties. Cultural competency is essential in mediation, requiring lawyers to respect and understand the parties' cultural nuances. Recognition and enforcement of international divorce decrees. In New York, a foreign divorce decree generally must be recognized as valid for the parties to remarry or for the decree to have legal effect within the state. Recognition may be granted based on principles of comity, provided that certain criteria are met. Protecting your rights during international divorce. International divorce proceedings are uniquely challenging and can significantly affect the parties' rights, making informed legal advice and representation crucial. The process requires a deep analysis of divorce grounds, asset division, support obligations, and custody across the involved countries, along with knowledge of procedural aspects like filing locations, international service processes, and enforcing foreign court orders. Get experienced legal assistance that transcends borders from Juan Luciano, divorce lawyer. At this critical juncture, the guidance of a knowledgeable divorce lawyer is not just helpful, it's essential. Skilled international divorce lawyer Juan Luciano from the law offices of Juan Luciano understands the nuances of cross-border divorces and is committed to helping you navigate through this difficult time with a focus on protecting your rights and the best interests of your family. With Juan Luciano's experience in handling international divorce cases, you'll receive informed guidance that considers the intricacies of different legal systems, including jurisdiction issues and the application of international treaties. He provides clear, compassionate legal counsel aimed at addressing your concerns, from custody arrangements to property division, in a way that respects your personal circumstances and the sensitive nature of the process. As you confront the challenges of dissolving an international marriage, don't face them alone. Reach out to the law offices of Juan Luciano, where you'll find a committed advocate ready to support you and your family through every step. Contact us today at 212-537-5859 to start the conversation and move forward with confidence and clarity in your international divorce proceedings.